Hey everyone, it's Peter here from Professional Babe, and I thought today I would do a little bit of a video about how I meal prep with some tips I use as well. So when I look for my recipes, firstly they need to be healthy, they need to taste awesome when reheated, have seasonal ingredients, and most of all be super easy to make. The first step is to work out how many meals you want to make. So maybe you're just going to meal prep breakfast this week or lunches, but usually I will do 24 meals at a time, which is 12 for 2 people. So then you need to find some recipes. 2 of my favorite places are Half Baked Harvest and The Whole Daily. I'm going to do a blog post as well, and I'll make sure to list them in there. So from your recipes, then it'll be super easy to make a nice and comprehensive grocery list. So before I go to the shops, I will clean my kitchen. I find it really nice just to get everything out of the way, clean the benches, just wash up any dishes so I've got a nice clean space to work with. I'll just make sure that I have all of my containers or bowls organized. I think there's nothing worse than sort of cooking everything and then having to find somewhere to put it. So I'll do this, just making sure they have lids as well and then placing them to the side. Remembering to grab my grocery list, I will go shopping, I'll bring that home and then I'll unpack it, just making sure to put any cold things away, and I will leave my first sort of set of ingredients out for my first dish that I plan on making. Totally optional step, but distract your pets. Audrey's quite high maintenance, so I make sure to give her a feed as well. I find it really handy just to put a bag just on a cupboard door, just so I can put my food scraps in there and I'm not having to constantly go back and forth to the bin. And then pretty much you're good to go. So I'll start either with the easiest recipe or the most involved first, just making sure that if something needs to be on the stove for a couple of hours, that I'm not going to need to use that pan again. So I'll usually do a couple of soups just because I find it's really easy to get lots of veggies in and just make it a really easy, healthy, nutritious meal. And I also find that they freeze really nice too. So I find it really handy just to, when I chop things up, put them in bowls, and before I start cooking, just to get everything out so I make sure that I'm not sort of hunting through the kitchen. So when I've done the first process of cooking, I'll make sure to clean up. That is probably one of the biggest tips that I'll say, is just making sure that you're constantly cleaning up and making sure that your work area is clean and the rubbish has been put away. I get so overwhelmed when there's just shit everywhere. I can't focus at all. And just working through all of the recipes. So like I said before, I try to get the 2 quickest ones done first, or if one needs to be on for a long period of time, I'll do that too. So in this week's meal prep, I made 2 soups, a sort of Thai beef stir fry, and some little frittatas for breakfast. I had some toast and bananas as well that I can have with soup, or if I want to have a bit of a snack. And then I'll just start to put everything away. I have dinner as well plated out for tonight, but just making sure I have everything in front of me and just putting it away, letting it cool a little bit before I put the lids on, and then I'll either put everything in the fridge or in the freezer. So I hope this little video inspires you all to meal prep, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week.